Hi, so I'm Ruby, and if you're watching this, you're probably from my Instagram and you probably already know that I'm Ruby, but I've tried to record this intro about 5 million times and I just feel like it's really awkward, so we're just gonna go with it. Hopefully I will start to feel more natural sitting in front of a camera, because I want to start making some vlogs, some fitnessy videos, but firstly I wanted to document my prep. I mean, I'm 4 weeks out now. I'm doing the PCA Fist Timers show on the 25th of September, so better late than never. I wanted this first video to be about my prep so far, so from when I decided to do a show up until now. With that being said, let's get into it. And put some notes on my phone just because a lot's happened in the last 16 weeks. I mean, a lot's happened and a lot has not happened, because my life has literally been about prep, and I haven't had much of a life outside of that, if anyone knows me. I decided in January this year that I would do a show. It's something that I thought about last year, that maybe one day I'll do one, but I was umming and ahhing about it. Even when I started looking around for a coach, I was still unsure if it's something that I definitely wanted to do. But I've spoken to a couple of people and I thought, fuck it, I'm just gonna go for it. I got to a point where I didn't really know what I was doing with my life, and I'd been training at the gym for about 4 years, and anyone that knows me knows that the gym is something that I love, so I thought I'd just go for it. I mean, why not? I had a little look around for a coach. I mean, I dug deep through Instagram. I looked for a lot of coaches, and I'd looked at a lot of other bikini girls and who their coaches were, and I spoke to some people to try and get some recommendations. And I was actually recommended my coach Josh by a friend, which was really handy and helpful to have known someone that'd already been with him and had a good experience and whatnot. So I just messaged Josh and said that I was interested in doing a show. I've never had a coach before, so it was all a bit new to me. And yeah, so I got signed up with Josh at the beginning of Feb, and so from February to the beginning of prep, which was the beginning of May, we had a bit of a growing phase, and it basically was really handy just to have those 3 months just to get me into a good routine of like check-ins, having a coach, being on a meal plan, and sort of just implementing like a good routine ready for prep starting. And prep started in May, and again, I'd never had done like a proper diet phase before. Like the whole time I'd been going to the gym, all I wanted was to grow a booty, so all I was doing was trying to eat, and I didn't like cardio, so I never done cardio or anything like that. Prep at the beginning was a bit of a challenge because I had to go down into a deficit. Obviously implemented a lot of cardio was 25 minutes 5 times a week, which is what I've done the whole way through prep, so I'm just used to it now. At the beginning I was like, holy fuck, 25 minutes of cardio, oh my days, but I got used to it. It's just part of the routine now, so we're fine with it. From 20 weeks out to 14 weeks out was sort of like my first block, if you like. We got me into a calorie deficit. I mean, it did drop quite a bit in that first 6 weeks, which was tough to get used to, but it was all gradual over the 6 weeks, so it was fine, and I did soon get used to it. So I had my cardio implemented, calories went down, and my steps were about 10,000, and I mean, it was quite exciting to see all the changes happening. By the time I got to about 15 weeks out, so 5 weeks into prep, like I was flagging hard. Me and my boyfriend climbed Snowdon, so that's always something fun to do on prep, is to just climb a mountain. I definitely hit my step goal that day, but I stayed on track. Like, I took my food with me, I was very organised. I mean, the car did stink of tuna and wet smelly feet, but it was all part of the fun. I mean, my boyfriend definitely hated me, but it's fine. I had a deload at like 13 weeks out, so I had higher calories, training was pulled back, and I didn't do my cardio, which was lovely. It was very much needed. And then after that deload, 13 weeks out, my second block, if you like, started. And that's from like 12 weeks out to 7 weeks out, and that was still the same. Went back onto my lower calories, cardio was back in there, and training was back to normal. So just pushing through, trying to progress as much as I could there. My calories went down again a bit, and in that little time period I also went and got my bikini. Well, went up to Manchester with my sister and she helped me pick out the colour and everything, which I sent off my final measurements for my bikini earlier this week, so it should be here at the beginning of September, which I'm very excited about. And again, I had that training block, and like towards the end, probably about 5 weeks into that training block, I was starting to flag again, like flag hard. And so I had another deload about 7 weeks out, which again was a dream. Training pulled back, higher food, and it was amazing. Like I felt human again. And then like the third block, if you like, was 6 weeks out, so sort of like the last 2 weeks up until like where we are now. Went back into training, cardio. My food was the same as like the week before my deload, so it wasn't too bad. But what I did notice is by the time I was getting to say like Thursday, I was done. Like I was full on zombie. I mean, the weekends is like my time to recover, because my weekday I get up at like 5:45, do my cardio in the morning, get ready, walk to work, because I also lost my car in prep, sad times. But that's not too bad because I get my steps in without even thinking about it. Like my work is about half an hour walk, and the gym is right next to my work, which I'm very fortunate for. So I basically just get my steps in without even having to think about it, which is really handy. I would then train straight from work and then walk home, and like by the time I'd like trained, I'd done some posing, and then walked home, it was like 9, and like from leaving the house at like 8 and just being non-stop all day, by the time I get home, like I just crash out, like eat my food, shower, pass out, up again, cardio, push. By the time I got to Thursday, like I'll be fucked. And I told Josh this in my check-in. So this week I've had 2 high days, Thursday and Friday, which helped massively. Like it really just, I've had a really good week, to be honest. Like those 2 high days just really helped out my head and like with fatigue and stuff, and I didn't feel absolutely battered by Thursday and Friday, which was really nice. So yeah, that's sort of like where we're at now. I had my check-in on a Monday, so I've got my check-in Monday coming up as normal, so it'll be interesting to see what's happening for like the last 4 weeks, or like the next week at least, until my next check-in. One thing that was completely new to me on prep was the posing side of things, because obviously that's such a big thing, and it was like a new skill to learn. I've been training for ages anyway, so that I just had to get on with it. Food, like I said, I hadn't dieted before, but you just get on with it. I haven't really hit a point where I've been like massively starving. I mean, like some days I'm hungrier than other days, but just drinking water, having my gum, like there was one day that I was really hungry and I must have had like half a packet of gum by about 12 o'clock just to have a bit of flavour. But other than that one day, I haven't been too bad. I was saying the posing, that was one thing that was completely new to me. So I had my first posing session with Sean before I even started prep. I think I had that in like April, just to sort of go through the basics, and I've been posing with Sean like the whole way throughout my prep. I've done a couple of workshops as well, which have been really helpful, and it's just practice. I'm speaking to another couple of other posing coaches as well, just to have a couple of sessions with them before the show, just to sort of like really just build my confidence with it. But yeah, so prep so far hasn't been too bad. I've had times where I've been absolutely fucked, but that's only natural, like what can you expect. I did lose my cycle about, I think it was June, I worked out that I had my last period, so like this month and last month I haven't had it, but I totally expected that anyway. Like a lot of girls on prep had said that they'd experienced that they'd lost their cycle, and when I was due on and I hadn't came on, I spoke to Josh about it and he just reassured me that it's like normal things happen, so he just put me at ease with that. That's pretty much prep so far. I mean, it's definitely been a journey. My social life has sort of gone out the window, but I just wanted to put my all into prep. I wanted to step on that stage and just know that I've given it my all, like just like any of the other girls on there. Yeah, placing will be absolutely amazing, but just this whole journey so far, like as cliche as it sounds, it's just been such an experience, and I've just learned so much in the last 16 weeks, just like about my body, like the whole process, and just like who I am as a person. I know it sounds so cliche and stuff, but I feel like until you do it, you don't realise. I feel like this has been a lot of talking from me. I'm not stopped talking. But yeah, if you want to see more my journey, or the rest of my journey anyway, then I'm gonna try and do like a video like once a week. I mean, we're gonna see how that goes. Maybe just take you along for a gym session, maybe like some meal prep and some little bits and bobs like that. I hope you enjoyed this first video about my prep journey so far, and I will see you very soon.